So this is one of my lower examples, but for me it was still considered proficient. I'll just kind of talk you through it. And to start off, the student said homework should be banned. So he started with kind of a strong statement, which I'm fine with. Then he says, according to scientific information, homework does not help kids at academics at all. So here, I would like to know what the scientific information is, maybe cite that specific source and why it doesn't help kids, just to build his case a little bit and make him more credible as a writer. Then the student also probably should have given his reasons why homework doesn't help students in the introduction, but now he goes into the reasons. Generally, homework gives kids stress and stops kids from sports. So he's trying to talk about two different things here, stress and sports. Then he goes on to say, also, homework takes away lots of free time for other activities. So homework stops kids from activities. So he's basically giving three different reasons in one paragraph, and never going into detail about any of them, never giving evidence or citing specific sources. Next paragraph, kids come home with piles of homework every week. So I think this paragraph will be about homework. It may upset parents to see the amount of homework children get. And if homework isn't turned in, it will destroy their grade. Also, kids who don't know the concepts will be constantly frustrated, and kids who do will be wasting their time. So I'm glad that he stayed more on the topic of homework being given as a stress here. However, he talks about several different things. Too much homework, homework destroying grades, and also the frustration. So I would have liked him to talk maybe more about how these can lead to stress. Many people want homework to be banned because it gives kids lots of stress. So now here he talks about the stress, again with upsetting parents, and with the conclusion, principals think homework helps kids' grades, and I would like specific evidence or support for how he came to that conclusion. And again, he ends up with the scientific evidence, or the scientist evidence, and I would like him to tell where he received the evidence. So overall, with this essay, I see some issues with the ideas. It's not detailed enough. He doesn't give specific evidence for each reason, and also just with the way he organized his reasons, they're kind of scattered throughout the essay. As far as fluency goes, the sentences are a little choppy. There's some mistakes with commas, and he also likes to start his sentences with also and things like that. They add, however, and that sort of adds to the choppiness of it. Conventions aren't horrible. There are some mistakes. So in general, I would give this student mostly 4s. I feel like the organization isn't quite poor enough to be considered a 3, but that's definitely an area where I'd want him to work.